My dad was a Marine for 20 years, so I grew up moving around with him, being a part of the military, part of the team. It's a very cohesive group. And I have a twin sister who also went into the military. She was deployed to Bagram. She was a doctor, so she wasn't necessarily on the front lines, but what she had to see and what she had to try to fix was pretty hard. It was a huge, huge part of my life growing up. I had my own mental health battles growing up, so mental health to me, it's close to my heart. So when I see someone suffering, I feel like I can definitely put myself back in that place. I know that dark place that they're, where they're at, and I know how hard it is to get out. Specifically, everyone has their own experiences, but I know that feeling of helplessness. When I see it in my job, I try to connect with someone. A lot of people, when they're in that place, they're very hopeless, they're very despondent, they just kind of go inside themselves. So trying to connect to someone and basically be able to tell them hey, I've been there. There are resources out there to help you. You can come back from this, and I'm proof of that. And some people engage me after that, and some have not, but it doesn't mean I won't stop trying. It is really hard. And one of the things that I learned, and it's hard for people to hear, I think, is when I was in that place, I wanted somebody to help me. I wanted somebody to do the work for me. I wanted them to get me out of it, but nobody can. The only person that can do it is you. So I think recognizing that doing this job to do it well means to be authentic and to engage with every person you come in contact with, and that can be draining, to do it over and over again. And we come in contact with hundreds of people a month, and we don't always see if we have a positive effect on people. We do often see if we didn't have an effect on people because we'll go on them again. We don't see a lot of the reward in it on the people aspect side of things. So that can be hard, but we do it and we continue to do it, hoping that we'll make a difference and just blindly doing it. On a larger scale, the public, I think they need to know that mental health is probably one of the most underfunded. The resources that I have to offer people constantly get cut, so that makes me feel helpless. I want to offer them professional help or contacts and stuff. You want to give people hope. You want to give them something for them to hold on to or to grab onto. We have a lot of homeless. We have a huge prison population. And I would say a large percentage of that has to do with mental health. I'd like to see more of that money put into prevention. I would like to see more mental health, preparation for kids growing up in schools, talking about mental health. If they do find themselves in a mental health crisis, what can they do? What resources are out there? Hopefully there are resources out there that they can go to prevent them from becoming homeless. I feel grateful that the public sees us in such high regard because we do fight fires and because we are out in the public, but think about your social workers, your counselors, your teachers. I feel like they don't get enough credit, and their part on the prevention side. They do just as much and endure just as much of that emotional. They take that burden just as much as we do, and they don't seem to get much glory with that. Talking about it, more prevention. I think talking about it at a younger age in schools. Mental health, it's not an affliction. It's something that will affect someone sometime in their life. Sometimes it's something that, yes, it may be something serious enough to be with you for a lifetime, but it might be something that will affect you for a brief period in your life. But it doesn't mean you're broken. It's not a deficiency, and it's something that if you don't address, it's not going to get better. And I think it just needs to get talked about more, and it doesn't need to be looked at as, like a scarlet letter or like something is broken on someone. Everybody deals with it, whether they admit it or not.